As we all know, lately, you can't even open YouTube without being flooded with doctors. Some of those warning signs they talk about for sudden death and cancer can really leave you feeling scared and anxious. I'm going to say something right at the start that might make some people uncomfortable, and I don't apologize for it one bit. I don't entirely trust doctors on YouTube. Not because they're bad people, some of them are brilliant, but here's what I know after 100 years on this earth. Not one of those doctors has ever been 80 years old. Not one of them has ever had to bury a husband, then a sister, then a son, and still find a reason to get out of bed the next morning. Not one of them has ever sat in a nursing home corridor in a paper gown, feeling invisible, feeling like their body had finally turned against them, feeling like the world had quietly agreed that their story was over. They've read about loneliness. They've never lived it. They've studied pain. They've never lain awake at 3 a.m. wondering if anyone would notice if they were simply gone. I have, and that is why I'm here, talking to you today, not with a certificate on my wall, with a life on my back. My name is Dorothy Mae Callahan. I am 100 years old, and I am not done yet. Before I tell you what changed everything for me, I need to stop and sit with you for a moment, really sit with you, because I have a feeling I know who's watching this. You're probably somewhere between 65 and 85, maybe older. You've worked hard your whole life, raised children, held jobs, kept households running, maybe kept entire families from falling apart. You were the strong one, the dependable one, the one everybody else leaned on. And somewhere along the way, quietly, without announcement, the world started treating you differently. Doctors started talking a little slower, like maybe you wouldn't understand. Family members started finishing your sentences. Strangers stopped looking you in the eye at the grocery store, and you started shrinking, not because you wanted to, but because the world kept sending the same message over and over. You are less now than you were. Your knees hurt in the morning. Your balance isn't what it was. You get tired faster. Maybe you've had a fall or a scare or a diagnosis that changed how you see the rest of your life. Maybe you've moved somewhere smaller. Maybe some of your people are gone now, and the silence in your home some evenings is something nobody who hasn't experienced it can properly describe. You are not imagining any of this. It is hard. It is genuinely, achingly hard. And you deserve to have someone look you square in the eye and say, I see you. I know how heavy this is. And I am not going to talk down to you or hand you a pamphlet or tell you to simply think positive. You have earned more than that. What I'm going to share with you today is what I earned the hard way, in a nursing home hallway, in a body that had nearly given up, in a spirit that still stubbornly refused to. This is for you. Please leave your name and age in the comments. I want to know I'm not just talking to the back of a phone. I'd love to make friends with all of you. I want to be honest with you about something before I describe these movements. I didn't find these in a book. I didn't get them from a YouTube video. I found them the way you find most truly useful things at my age, through trial and error, through paying very close attention to my own body, and through the wisdom of a physical therapist named Carolyn, who came to my house twice a week for the first 3 months and treated me like a person who had a future. These are not impressive-looking exercises. If you showed them to a 25-year-old personal trainer, they might laugh. But they are what worked for me, and I believe with everything I have that they can work for you. Movement 1, the morning walk done right. When I first got home, I could barely make it to the end of my driveway without holding on to something. The nursing home had taken more from my legs than I had realized. Muscles weaken brutally fast when you stop using them, and at our age, the decline is steeper than it is for younger people. I knew I had to walk, but I also knew that just shuffling down the sidewalk wasn't going to do what I needed it to do. Here is how I walk now, every single morning, without exception. I start slowly. For the first 5 minutes, I walk as though I'm moving through water, deliberately, gently, letting my ankles and knees warm up. I think about my feet. This sounds strange, I know, but bear with me. I actually think about the way my heel meets the ground first, then rolls forward to the ball of my foot, then pushes off from my toes. I had been walking flat-footed for years without realizing it, and flat-footed walking jars your knees and puts pressure on your lower back in a way that compounds over time. After 5 minutes, I lift my eyes. This is important. I spent years walking with my gaze down at the ground, watching for cracks in the sidewalk, watching for anything that might trip me. Understandable after a fall, but walking with your head down collapses your chest and strains your neck, and over years reshapes your posture in ways that restrict your breathing and affect your balance. I keep my eyes level now, looking forward at what's ahead of me, not down at my feet. Ahead, I let my arms move. I didn't realize I had been walking with my arms hanging stiffly at my sides until Carolyn pointed it out. She said, "Dorothy, you're walking like you're carrying buckets." And she was right. I was braced, tight, holding my body like it might break. When I started allowing my arms to swing naturally, bent slightly at the elbows, moving in the opposite direction from my legs the way arms are meant to move, everything loosened. My stride got longer, my back relaxed. I used more of myself, and that meant my heart and lungs got more of a workout without me having to go faster. I walked for 30 minutes, not 30 minutes of fast walking, 30 minutes of intentional eyes up, arms moving, heel to toe walking. Some days the weather is bad, and I walk the length of my hallway instead, back and forth, which is 22 steps one way. It is not glamorous. It is enough. What this one practice gave me in 3 months, I lost 9 of the 12 pounds I had gained. My ankle swelling decreased by what I can only describe as half. My blood pressure came back down to a number my doctor called, and I quote, frankly remarkable. My balance improved enough that I stopped needing to hold the wall when I turned around quickly, and I started sleeping through the night again for the first time in 2 years. A 30-minute walk, done with intention and care, is not a small thing. At our age, it is everything. Movement 2, the chair rise. This one embarrasses people, and I understand that. It embarrassed me. But I am going to ask you to set that aside, because the ability to stand up from a chair under your own power is, according to Carolyn, one of the single best predictors of longevity and independence in people over 70. Lose that ability and everything else follows. When I came home from the nursing home, I needed to use my arms to push myself up from a chair every single time. My thighs had weakened to the point where they couldn't do the job on their own. And the thighs, the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of the leg are the engine of independence. They are what let you stand up from the toilet without grabbing a rail. They are what give you the confidence to sit down on a park bench without wondering if you'll be able to get back up. Here is what I do twice a day using my kitchen chair. I sit at the front edge of the chair, not leaning back into it, but perched at the front, with my feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. I place my hands in my lap, then I lean my body slightly forward, as though I'm about to reach for something on a low table in front of me. This forward lean is the key. It shifts your weight over your feet and makes it far easier to rise without momentum or arm assistance. Then I stand up slowly, deliberately, without using my hands. When I first started, I couldn't do it without tipping forward and grabbing the table. That was fine. That told me where I was. I kept trying every day. By the end of the first week, I could do it twice in a row. By the end of the first month, I could do it 10 times in a row. I do 15 repetitions now, twice a day, once after breakfast and once in the mid-afternoon when I notice my legs getting stiff from sitting. If you cannot yet do this without your hands, use your hands. That is not failure. That is where you are starting from, and starting from anywhere is 100 times better than not starting at all. Reduce the height of the movement by placing a firm pillow on the seat to raise it slightly. Use the arms of the chair, do what you can, Add 1 repetition per week. Your legs will respond. I promise you that. The body wants to be used. It has not forgotten how. What this gave me, I can now get up from any chair in my house without using my arms. I can get up from the low seat in my car. I can sit on my porch steps and stand back up again without assistance. These are not small victories. These are the things that stand between independence and the kind of dependency that breaks a person's spirit. Movement 3, the balance stand falls are what take us out of our own lives. I know this because a fall took me into a nursing home for a year. I know this because every woman I know my age has either fallen herself or watched someone she loves fall and never fully recover. Falls are not accidents, not entirely. They are the result of balance that has been allowed to weaken through disuse. And balance, unlike what most people believe, can be rebuilt. This movement requires nothing but a sturdy surface to hold if needed, a kitchen counter, the back of a heavy chair, a wall. I stand behind my kitchen counter, lightly resting my fingertips on the edge, not gripping, just touching, the way you might rest your hand on a friend's arm. Then I shift my weight slowly onto my right foot and lift my left foot just barely off the ground, perhaps an inch, perhaps less. I hold this for 10 seconds, then I switch sides. That's it. In its most basic form, that is the entire exercise. I do not lift my leg dramatically. I am not trying to look impressive. I am training the network of small muscles in my ankles and feet and the deep stabilizing muscles along my spine that keep me upright when the ground shifts slightly, when I turn my head quickly, when I step off a curb. These muscles go first when we stop challenging them, and most of us stop challenging them the moment we start holding walls and shuffling carefully and avoiding uneven ground. We think we're protecting ourselves. We are actually accelerating the very decline we fear. I do this for 2 minutes every morning while I wait for my coffee to brew. I've been doing it for 11 months. The difference in how I move through the world, the steadiness, the confidence, the absence of that particular low-grade fear that used to live in my body whenever I walked on grass or stepped into a shower, is the difference between being a prisoner in my own life and being free in it. If 10 seconds is too long, start with 5. If lifting your foot feels unsafe, just practice shifting your weight from foot to foot without lifting at all. The point is to make your balance system work. Make it work every single day. It will get stronger. I am 100 years old, and mine got stronger. There is no reason yours cannot. The part nobody tells you, and the part that matters most. Now I want to tell you the real secret, the part that the walking guides and the exercise videos leave out entirely. Everything I just described, the morning walk, the chair rises, the balance practice, accounts for perhaps 30% of why I am here, healthy and in my own home at 100 years old. I know that might surprise you. You might be thinking, Dorothy, you just spent 20 minutes telling me about exercises. And that's true. Those exercises matter. They are real and they are necessary, and you should do them. But if I had only done the exercises and not done the other thing, I am not sure I would have made it. I have watched too many people do all the right physical things and still fade. I have watched people in perfect physical condition simply stop wanting to go on. And I have watched people with aching joints and limited mobility who were more fully alive than anyone I'd ever met because of the other thing. Science has caught up with what very old people have known for a long time. The research is now unambiguous. The state of your mind, your sense of meaning, your reason for being here, your connection to something beyond your own suffering accounts for roughly 70% of your health outcomes. 70%. Not mood, not positivity, not telling yourself cheerful lies. Meaning, purpose, the deep bone-level sense that you have something to give, that you are needed, that your presence on this earth is not yet finished. When I was in that nursing home, I had my body tended to. My medications were correct, my nutrition was adequate, my physical needs were met, and I was dying anyway because nobody had given me a reason to stay. When I got home, the thing that changed first was not my body. It was the moment I decided that I still had something to offer. Here is how I found it, and here is what I want to say to you as plainly as I know how to say anything. You are at an age where it is tempting, more than tempting, it can feel completely logical, to believe that your role is now to receive, to be cared for, to be the one who needs. Society tells you this. Well-meaning family members tell you this. The design of nursing homes and assisted living facilities tells you this. You are the passenger now. Others will drive. I want to tell you that this is the most dangerous lie in the world for someone our age. Not because needing care is shameful. There is no shame in it, none at all. But because the moment we stop giving, something in the human spirit begins to switch off. We are not meant to only receive. We are wired at every age to contribute, to matter, to extend something of ourselves outward into the world. When that stops, the body follows. I have watched it happen dozens of times. I believe it happened to my Gerald. God rest him. He retired completely at 73 and was gone at 79, not from any particular illness, but from a kind of spiritual retirement that his body eventually honored. After I came home from the nursing home, I started writing letters, physical letters, in my handwriting, to people I knew who were isolated, old friends, former neighbors, a woman from my church who had moved to be near her son and didn't know anyone in her new city. I wrote to them about ordinary things, what I'd seen in my garden that morning, a memory I'd had, a question I was curious about. I asked them about their lives. I told them I was thinking of them specifically, because I was. The responses I received were not ordinary, they were extraordinary. People called me weeping. A woman I had lost touch with for 11 years called to say she had read my letter 17 times. A man I barely knew wrote back 8 pages. I understood then what I was doing. I was reminding people that they existed and were specific and were loved. And in doing so, I was reminding myself of the same things. That practice and the letter writing became my reason to get up in the morning in a way that no exercise ever could. I got up because I had letters to write. I walked because I needed to be strong enough to keep writing. I did my chair rises because I intended to be at my desk for a good long while yet. The body followed the spirit's intention. I have since expanded this. I now teach a simple hand sewing class at my local library on Tuesday mornings. 6 students, all between 65 and 80, and I will tell you honestly that walking into that room every Tuesday is the single greatest medicine I have ever taken. I read to a neighbor's granddaughter over the phone on Sunday evenings. She is 9 and lives in another state and thinks of me as her book friend. I cook a double portion of soup on Fridays and leave one on the porch of a man 2 houses down who lost his wife last spring and isn't eating properly. None of these things cost money. None of them require a healthy body to begin with. All of them require only the willingness to look outward instead of inward, to shift from asking, who will take care of me, to asking, who can I take care of today? I understand that this is not simple when you are in pain. I understand that depression and grief and physical suffering make everything feel impossibly heavy. I have been there. I am not asking you to pretend those things don't exist. I am asking you to find somewhere inside yourself one thing you can give, one small thing, a phone call to someone lonelier than you, a card, a recipe written out by hand, 5 minutes of listening to someone who needs to be heard, a skill you have, any skill, any knowledge gathered over your lifetime, offered to someone who needs it. You have more to give than you know. You have a lifetime of knowledge and survival and hard-won wisdom that no 35-year-old, no matter how educated, possesses. You have seen things and endured things that are genuinely, quietly extraordinary. And there are people in the world, people younger than you, people your age, children, strangers, who need exactly what you carry. When you give it, something happens in your body that no medication can replicate. Your cortisol drops, your immune function improves, your nervous system shifts out of the chronic low-grade threat response that accelerates aging and into the calm, connected state that the body uses to heal itself. This is not poetry. This is physiology. This is what the research shows over and over in study after study. Generosity, purpose, and connection are the most powerful anti-aging interventions we have. What I want you to take away: I am 100 years old. I live in my own home. I take a 30-minute walk every morning. I write letters at my kitchen table in the afternoon. I sew with 6 friends every Tuesday. I sleep well. I am not in pain. I have outlived most of the people I loved most in this world, and that grief does not go away. I want you to know that I do not want to lie to you about that, but it has not killed me, and I do not believe it will, because I have something to do tomorrow, and the day after that, because somewhere there is a letter that needs writing, and a neighbor whose porch I need to leave soup on, and a 9-year-old girl waiting to find out what happens next in our book. That is the whole secret, not in spite of being 100 years old, but perhaps because of it. Move your body, do it gently, do it consistently, do it with care and attention. Get up from your chair using only your legs. Walk with your eyes forward and your arms swinging free. Stand on one foot while you wait for your coffee. These things matter, and they will help you, and you should do them every day. And then find something to give, something specific, something real, something that uses who you are. Find one person who could use what you carry. Offer it, and then offer it again tomorrow. That is what keeps a person alive. I am quite certain of it. I'm Dorothy Mae Callahan. I am 100 years old. I was sent to a nursing home and I came home. And I am not, under any circumstances, finished yet. Neither are you.